Hey everybody, what's up? We are here with a timeless reading. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, welcome. All right, first card that we have out, Chariot. I'm also seeing Justice. It looks like things are being resolved slowly but surely. It also seems like there may have been like a big win or like a movement that was important. And so now it seems like you get to relax a little bit. It feels like getting to a destination that was important, even though you're not finished yet with what it is that you're doing. So I'm seeing you landing at a place and being like, okay, this is like a big deal, or like a big landmark, or like a big point to be getting to. And I'm seeing that now that you've accomplished that, even though there's going to be like more to go, or like more to come, however it is that you want to label this, I'm seeing that like you did this, something big is happening. And I'm seeing that now it looks like you get to relax a little bit. So it's like you've been traveling like all day and all night, and then you finally get to the location where you've been like trying to get to, part of the way there at least for the night, right? And so now you get to sleep for a little bit, metaphorically speaking, like rest, to recharge, to do what you need to do. And then I'm seeing you're going to be like back on your feet, like moving again. But right now it looks like accomplishment and taking a little bit of a breather. Looks like some stuff is being sorted out too. Some things that are still being figured out. It looks like there are a lot of different directions that you can move in. You may be opting out for a more practical choice right now. Also, so you have a bunch of stuff in front of you and you're like, I could pick that, I could pick this, I can pick that thing over there. It looks like you're just gonna go with what's like speaking most loudly to you, and that's how you're gonna move with this. It's like, what feels most exciting to you? What do you want to do the most? What stands out, even if it's just a little bit more? It's something like that. That's how I'm seeing that you're deciding this, okay? Maybe part of this recharging is about assessing that as well. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, which one of these things is speaking most to you? I'm seeing this be connected with like a new beginning. I'm also hearing a vision. This looks like this can be like a project or a path that you're going to be going down. There's a hope that this supports you in some way and feels like it provides an element of stability for you within your life. There are definitely layers I'm seeing. Okay. Some of you, for some reason, this cycle that you're entering into, I'm seeing there be pain that's connected with this, but this feels like old stuff. I'm not seeing like anything happening right now where it's like shield yourself. What I'm seeing is that something may be being brought back up for you that's associated maybe with a situation with somebody, and I'm seeing you feel a little bit guarded because of that, only because you're like, I don't want history to be repeating itself. So I'm seeing something like this popping up, but I want to clarify, I'm not seeing this be something that's going on now. This seems like it's something that's associated with the past that you're feeling on guard because it may be bringing up like a bit of an old wound for you. I'm seeing your guides say work through this with baby steps and in a practical, grounded way. and make sure that you are taking the time that you need to actually tend to this, so you are not like overexposing yourself and then feeling like you're gonna sabotage this whole thing that you have going on here, okay? So that means like, maybe I wish that I felt okay right now, or I felt more grounded, or like my nervous system was regulated right now, but it's not feeling like that. And so what do I need to do right now to not stimulate myself more, but to actually regulate myself? So even though certain things may be popping up and it doesn't feel preferable to you, it's about like sort of knowing where your limits are and being like, okay, so this is how I'm feeling right now, or this is where we are right now, and so I need to take care of this so it doesn't get like blown up from there. So I'm seeing there be like maintenance that's being done. This is specifically associated with past stuff and still feeling potentially like hurt by some things, or having this being brought up, or being like, I need to protect myself because I don't want to get hit there again. Like that sort of thing is what I'm seeing. But that's not to say that anything like that is what's currently happening. I'm seeing this be like, it feels like an old wound or something like that that's being triggered or like brought back up or something, okay? Just to clarify. So that's sort of your indicator of like, okay, I need to take a break right now because I'm feeling ungrounded, or I'm feeling defensive, or I'm feeling my heart start closing. I'm feeling scared. However it is that you read this. I'm seeing Cancer, I'm seeing Leo. The card that's on the bottom of the deck is the Cosmic Seed. This is like reminiscent of your divine spark. It was the Hermit. There's something about like reflecting on how you feel, but in a way that feels grounding to you, not in a way where you're becoming escalated. Which is also important as well to emphasize. Because sometimes you think about something or you spend time reflecting and you're like, this is making it worse. And then other times it's like, okay, I feel grounded and regulated enough to be processing where this is going to be effective. So it's also important, especially here with what I'm seeing, for you to know the difference between like, when can I actually go in and be effective working on this and like doing my healing work or like assessing this, versus when is this just exacerbating what's going on. So, and you may be spending some time alone as well. That's what it looks like. I'm seeing there be like a lot of reflection that's happening. It may not be easy to pull away, but I'm seeing it feel like it's necessary for you to do. It's about checking in and seeing like where your worries are coming from and where you may be limiting yourself, because I'm seeing you like actually potentially look a little bit worried, scared, connected with fear, those sorts of things. Like everything isn't going to be all right, or what if this happens, or like I'm scared to do that. It's like being really motivated by fear. So I'm seeing you're going to spend time in hermit mode, basically reflecting on like, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling that way? Like, is that actually what's happening, or are my fears just like projecting onto this situation? So I'm seeing that's what's going to be happening. And some of you may be talking about this stuff as well. You may be reflecting on it enough to have a conversation about it. Some of you too, you felt like whatever situation this was that you were in, you felt like your ego got bruised a bit, is what I'm seeing. Okay. There's something here about like over security, or needing to be like, what does this mean? There's like regular security, right? Where it's like, okay, that's valuable to me, or that's important to me, or that creates stability within my life. But I'm seeing the devil be connected with it. So this can be wanting to be like unreasonably secure. I feel like that's still not articulating properly what I'm seeing. It can be like overemphasizing security when it's like nothing technically is actually really that secure within our lives, right? Like there are things that it's like, I imagine that this would be a long around for a long time, or that this would be something like steady for me within my life, or like a constant, but you don't definitely know. And there may be like too much leaning on that, like this can just be like an obsession with security. Like it has to be like this, it has to be rock solid, like it has to whatever, about like trying to keep something constant and like unmoving, when it's like that's not really the reality of life. But there may be like this attachment to the Ten of Pentacles, which is stuff that you find valuable and like standard for you within your life, and what you want to hold on to, and things that you hope will remain stable and secure. But because there's like an overemphasis that's being put on this, and I'm seeing that like playing into your fear. So it's the devil being like, you're nothing without this security. Like, what are you going to be without that? And you being like, you're right. What am I going to be without that? So it's like feeling like if something happens to this, you're not going to be okay, which really isn't the case. So I'm getting you like want certain things to be like stable and sure and secure, that's associated with this new beginning that you're going into, but you're leaning too much onto that and putting too much weight on that. And so then it's making you feel scared that if it's not perfectly exactly like that and how I think that it should be, then like something bad is gonna happen, you know, like that. So it's like kicking off your fears for you that are associated with like your stability and security and like the longevity of something too, it seems, as well. So that's what I'm seeing you be working through right now. So just be mindful that you're not putting an overemphasis on something and making it seem like it's the most important thing when you may not be. Something may be just fine and you like really don't even need to be worrying about it. But because you're making it be like the be all end all, you feel like it's trapping you, and then it's like not feeling, it's taking away the pleasantness even of this experience. Because there's like a sense of even like panic or worry or distress having to do with your sense of security. But I'm getting it's like really not something. There's just an overemphasis on it. That's like all I'm getting repeatedly about this. And it's about a new chapter that you're starting, is what I'm seeing. But you like really don't need to be worried about it. Because you know too, like your guides are telling you, they've been encouraging you. If you are going in the direction of what genuinely and purely like you feel is calling to you most, and you're really following that line of passion for you, things are going to work out. You don't need to worry about the other stuff. Obviously, you still be practical with what you're doing. But when it comes to overemphasizing certain things, you don't need to be doing it. We're in a different space now. So don't over concern yourself with those things, as much as it can be difficult not to. Things are really working out. They are. And you have to trust that, like, if you really are following your passions and your calling and just like what really is interesting, intriguing, motivating, bringing you joy, optimism, like what you do want, those sorts of things, where you do want to be walking, what you do want to be exploring, what you do want to be connecting with, who you do want to be connecting with, all of that stuff, that is going to keep you on a path where things will fall into place and everything will be taken care of. So you don't need to stress about it. And that can change in every moment. You just keep going towards what's calling you most, and you keep following that and be fluid in that way. It's really going to work. You're going to see. Some of you feel like you haven't like tested this out long enough to really see if it's going to work for you, but you're going to see that it's really going to work for you. So just keep sticking with it and be mindful of how much weight you're putting on things, especially things that are connected more so with like material type of stuff, or what like symbolizes stability to you, because it can be something that sort of bleeds the passion out of stuff, because you're like, I hate what I'm doing, but I gotta show up every day to pay for this. And it's like, if you were following your passion, maybe there's another way that would be falling into place, but because of being so rigid, you're not allowing that other thing to unfold, and then it sort of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way. So just something to be mindful of. I'm looking at Cancer, I'm looking at Leo, I'm looking at Virgo, and Capricorn. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.